Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about self-love and self-care, so stay tuned. As you can see, I am in my robe and my hair is wet and I'm not doing my makeup because I'm not at my regular makeup table. I don't know, I guess I just wanted to show you that the way I show myself some self-care and love is that I shower regularly. So there you go. I'm showing you that I am clean and cleanly. Over on my Instagram, I have actually been doing a month of self-care and self-love, mainly just to show women that every day you should show yourself some self-love and care because you deserve it and you are worth it. Basically, every single day was a way that I show myself some love. And I think it's really important, especially for women, obviously for men as well, and for anybody, to show themselves that they love themselves and to show your body some love too. Work out, relax, meditate, take a bath. I've been really trying to focus on those kind of things this whole month, and that's why I dedicated the month to it, to show everyone that self-love is important. As a woman, like I said, I think it is so important to show yourself love and care because the world is always coming down on us with all of these things that they expect us to be and look like and whatever else. And it gets really hard sometimes. It's a lot of pressure. And, you know, you might look at another girl on Instagram and say, you know, she has a really awesome body and she has really great hair or eyes, or she can do her makeup really well, or whatever. And it's important to know that you shouldn't compare yourself to others. I mean, I know all of us do it. I definitely do it. I definitely go through Instagram and look at all these women who are so gorgeous and I'm like, why can't I be like that? But everybody's beautiful and gorgeous in their own way. You don't need to look like somebody else because that would be boring. And I know people say this all the time, that if everybody were the same, if we all looked alike, life would be so incredibly boring because there'd be whatever this action is, there would be no like difference in each other, and that's boring as hell. So be happy that you don't look like the next girl on Instagram. Be happy that you look like yourself. And you should come to love yourself. Growing up as a teenager, I think that's an especially difficult time for young girls and women because you already have your brain and hormones going off and sending all these messages and reacting in crazy ways to what seems now little things. But back then, when you're in high school, middle school, it seems like the world is ending when like you get embarrassed or whatever it is. And you're really impressionable and all that stuff going on. So I think it's really important for young women who are on social media as well to understand that social media is false sometimes. Those standards that we put out there for women, most people can't even live up to them. I always think back to a That's a Raven episode where Raven's like a fashion model, but the designer won't do her size. And so in the fashion show, this other model is like a size 2 or 0 or whatever. And there's like this big picture behind her. And I think Raven like says something like, I don't know how you look like that, something along the lines of that. And the model's like, I don't even look like that. So I think that was so important for me to see when I was younger, is that, wow, photoshopping and editing is a thing. You don't think about that when you're that young, and you don't think that, oh, this is all just marketing and advertising and people can Photoshop the heck out of those bodies however many times they want to. So in reality, those women that are in those magazines or in those Instagram pictures don't really look like that. But a lot of Instagrammers also put that out there too, that, hey, this is what my body looks like at this angle, and then here's what it looks like over here. And I mean, I do that too. We all have our good angles and good sides. We're just putting whatever we want out there for people to see. You don't necessarily see the bad sides of us. Not that any human being has a bad side. Everybody is beautiful. I mean, people have bad sides, you know, like a bad side to themselves, like leather jacket, motorcycle thing. Geez, we're just getting to bad stereotypes now. But you know what I mean. Like, what side is my good side? This is my good side. This is my bad side, but we won't get into that. I guess I went off on a little bit of a tangent about Instagram and comparing yourself because I feel like I do that every day, and I know a lot of other people do too, scrolling through social media and then comparing yourself and your life to all these people out there when that's not actually their reality. It might be close to it, but it's probably not their reality or even a full picture of it. So throughout my whole month of self-love and self-care, I kind of realized that it's hard to do it because You're not always thinking about ways every single day to appreciate yourself and appreciate your body and what it can do. But also, other things didn't make it onto my Instagram that could have, just because they were boring pictures. I forgot to take a picture of it, whatever. Like cooking a really good meal for myself, working out. I don't take workout selfies because I'm not super proud of my body yet. I just don't post those and I don't take them. Or I also cooked meals for myself and for my husband and I, and those are all ways you can show self-love. Again, it was just boring, so I didn't post any of it, which in reality I could have, because I just want to show my real life. But of course, I want to make it look pretty for Instagram, and that didn't always happen. Another thing that I noticed while doing this whole month of self-love and care is that I don't think enough people do this. I mean, on Instagram you see people posting like hashtag self-care, hashtag self-love, but in reality it's like, are we all just doing it because it's a good Instagram picture? And that's kind of what it had me thinking about too. I'm like, did I really do this just to show myself some love? Or did I do this just for Instagram and for the channel? And I think it was more for the latter option. I think I was just taking these photos and doing these things just to post on Instagram, just to get more pictures on my feed and to bring more people to my channel. And of course, yes, I want to build this YouTube channel and have a bigger community around it, because I think sexual health and sexual well-being, especially for women, is very, very important. Obviously, it's important for everybody and should be. But I really want to grow it so there's a bigger community and I have more people to talk to about it and everybody starts talking more. And so this was one way to get to that. However, I kind of lost track, or lost the point of what I was actually supposed to be doing, which was taking care of myself and loving myself. So for this past month, I have been taking those pictures. I have been doing those extra activities that I may not have before. I mean, I do take baths and I do get massages and I do cook for myself and I do watch Taco Bell. I do eat Taco Bell and watch Game of Thrones. I, do pretty much all of those things that I posted about on a regular basis, but not like daily, maybe weekly. And so it got to the point where I'm like, I think I'm just doing this for promotional value. However, I did want there to be more of an aspect of get back on track with self-love. So in all, I really wanted this month to bring more people to my channel. But I also, and the main point of it for people looking at the channel, for me, the main point of it was to bring more people into my community and see if we could get this sex, love, education kind of thing going a little bit more. But for the viewer, all of you out there, I wanted you to see that every single day you can find something to do that brings love to yourself, that shows self-love. And I hope I accomplished that. If people were seeing these posts, I'm hoping that kind of like triggered in your head, like, hey, I should do this instead of this today, or I should spend a little downtime just on me to take care of myself. And that was the point of this whole thing for all of you out there. I really wanted all of you to realize that self-care and self-love is important, and it should be a practice that all of us use frequently and regularly and all the time. Because if we can't care for ourselves, if we can't give ourselves love, how are you going to give love to anybody else and make love with anybody else if you can't love yourself? So learn that part of it first, and then go out there and make some love. Whatever this hand motion was again. But thanks, beauties, for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. Let's get that subscriber count up there so I know some people are watching. Maybe comment below as well if you like. I'll see you in the next one when we talk about another fun sex topic.